Well, welcome back to our special coverage of the revolution, I think it is safe to say it's been called in Egypt, though Ben Wiedemann, who we'll be talking to in just a moment, may not quite agree. It is still early days, but as we look at live pictures coming to us from Tahrir Square, you can see the people are still out in force. There is no sign of them going home. Now, the Egyptian stock market is due to open on Wednesday. It's been closed for some time. The military, who are now running the country, obviously hoping that the country will be stable enough so that the markets can open on an upbeat note. But it has been quite a journey, and it's still ongoing for this country. Ben Wiedemann looks back at the past 18, now 19 days that shook this country to its core.
Freedom! And we're gonna take our freedom! We're gonna take it!
And take it they did. Far faster than anyone could have imagined. This was the 25th of January, the day the Egyptian revolution began.
Basically, the crowd, the protesters, have taken over Tahrir Square, the heart of Cairo.
From the start, the regime seemed to be on the defensive, thrown off balance by a sudden rush of rage from the long, patient people of Egypt. 3 days later, central Cairo was choking on tear gas. Protesters and police fought for hours on the 6th October bridge. Situation, it's like the Battle of Cairo here. Almost every part of town has seen demonstrations and seen violent suppression of those demonstrations. The clashes ended abruptly when the Egyptian army rolled in and the hated police left the city. Tahrir was liberated territory. But soon it was under attack. So-called Mubarack supporters launched a bloody assault on the square.
For our freedom! This is Hosni Mubarak! That's what he do. He released the condemned. He fights us for our democracy. We will die for our freedom!
But the assault seemed only to stiffen resolve.
They deal with these people as if they have no right to speak out. They deal with them as if they have the right to kill them, to beat them up, to torture them. This attitude cannot last. They have to know this.
As quickly as they appeared, the pro-Mubarak mob vanished. Tahrir became a vibrant bastion of defiance, a state within a state, with its own security and medical services. Millions flocked here, making it clear they'd had enough of an aging autocrat deaf to the demands of his people.
Maybe he doesn't understand the language of his people, so I am telling him in English, please go away.
Yes. Please leave Grandpa. He is older than my grandpa. 30 years he is ruling. I am 23 years old. I didn't see another president. This is too much. He doesn't understand us. We are the youth. He doesn't understand us. He doesn't know what we want and what we need.
For 29.5 years, President Hosni Mubarak took the attitude that father knew best what the people want and need. Now, the man Egyptians contemptuously called the Pharaoh was being shown the door.
Leave Egypt, Mubarak. We've reached the downfall of Egypt. We've hit rock bottom. So honestly, leave. Get the hell out of here and leave.
And leave he did. Leaving behind a country transformed beyond all recognition in a mere 18 days. 18 days.
Well, Ben Wiedemann joins us now. Ben, look, there are so many things to discuss when it comes to how this country is going to move forward. I was asking one of our guests earlier, the element of time. Whose side is it on here, and what is the military prepared to do for security?
Well, certainly all eyes will be on the military, and it's expected they need to make a very quick transition. There needs to be a timetable. There's talk about presidential elections within 6 months. But people are a bit wary of the military. Let's not forget, in July 1952, Gamal Abdel Nasser led the free officers and overthrew the monarchy and abolished King Farouk. The military stayed in power until today. Essentially, it was a window dressing. The men in civilian clothing were military officers, like Hosni Mubarak. So the worry is that this will continue in different ways.
Same people still in charge.
Exactly. And, you know, there are civilian leaders out there, people like Mohammed Baradei, Ahmed Zouel, Amr Moussa, who could, in theory, step forward. But how much power will they have when much of the establishment is military.
All right, we'll just have to wait and see how this one plays out. A story that won't be going away anytime soon, not only for the people of Egypt, but indeed for the rest of the region, and of course international global implications as well. We'll leave it there. This has been our special coverage of the events in Egypt, specifically over the last 24 hours. I'm Vanessa Sweeney in Cairo. Thank you for watching.